With me, as always, is Bruce.
Hey, man, how's it going? Sorry for the delay. Like I said, my computer's being kind of crappy today, so it's one of those days, man.
Well, I mean, both suck. So what? This is the podcast where we have to deal with the fucking cards that we have right now.
Yeah. I think we wouldn't have this podcast if it weren't for technical difficulties. So,
yeah. Dude, trust me. If I had won that fucking Powerball jackpot where it was like $2.3 billion or something like that, like you and I would be in a fucking professional fucking studio right now.
Somewhere warm, hopefully. I don't know about you, but it's freaking cold where I am.
Well, yeah, you're up in fucking New Hampshire.
You make it sound like I live in a log cabin or something. Like I'm chopping down trees in the evening.
Well, I mean, as far as like cold states, like New Hampshire is like, it's high on the, like there are states that are colder, and thank your fucking riches you're not there. Like,
yeah,
you're not
I'm pretty
like
sure
somewhere in like remote Montana.
Yeah, like Montana, Minnesota, Michigan. There's much colder.
Oh yeah,
Alaska.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could be a lot worse off.
It could be a lot worse off, but could also be better.
I'll just light a fire.
Don't get me wrong. I like.
Be good.
Don't get me wrong. Like New Hampshire is good 3 out of the 4 seasons of the year. Like
you just don't like the cold.
Oh, good God! Fuck New Hampshire in the wintertime. I'm sorry. I just no.
This is my first winter up here, so I'll see if I'm singing the same tune.
If you're smart man, it'll be your last one.
Massachusetts ain't much better, man. It's cold there too.
I mean, to be fair, you were in northern Massachusetts too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what temperature is it where? I love how we're getting so nerdy about this. What temperature is it where you are?
I don't know. I haven't checked the weather.
I would be willing to bet that it's pretty similar to mine. Is what I'm getting at. I don't think we're that far apart that we're that dissimilar.
Oh, we'll check the weather here.
Let's go to the board.
Welcome everybody to Let Us Weather. Whether or not. New podcast.
You're gonna have to weather the storm with us. But I'm sorry.
Don't do that. All right, let's see. Weather.com says it is 33 degrees where I am.
All right, let me see. You use weather.com? I'll answer in kind. Maybe I shouldn't do this. My computer's slow. Maybe you look up Manchester, New Hampshire.
I looked up my phone, so okay, I can do that too.
I don't know. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know, man. But my computer's just crawling today.
Not Connecticut, you fuck.
You're in Manchester, Connecticut?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna beat me. I'm at the website, but I have to put in the zip code. And I have to think about that. So. Welcome again to Let Us Weather.
Yeah. Welcome back to Whether or Not. So far, I've gotten the weather for Manchester, England, and Manchester, Connecticut.
Oh man,
Uh,
this is hilarious. Okay,
real
26. I've got 26 degrees. So it's not that far off,
you got
man.
26, 26, and I got 33, 33, 33, 33.
It's fewer than 10 degrees, man. It's not that different.
It's still. Okay, here's math for you. So 33 minus 26, how many degrees of separation is that?
7.
Okay.
It's like 7 degrees
That's
in Kevin
noticeable.
Bacon. Nah, not really.
Yeah.
You think 7 degrees is that noticeable?
Yeah.
I want to test that.
I think. Okay, I think there's a difference between it being 0 outside and being 7 degrees outside.
I get. Well, yeah. All right, so you just teleport yourself here and then tell me if you feel a difference.
If I could teleport, I'm not teleporting to fucking New Hampshire in the fucking winter time.
Oh man.
With great power comes greater fucking climates, sir.
And better choices.
Exactly.
You're like, have some standards. Oh man.
Have some discipline.
Me? Discipline?
Nope.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got a lot to talk about this webcast.
It's been a week.
Yes, that it has. It's been very
to
interesting.
say the least.
Yeah.
I don't know where you want to start somewhere. What do you want to do here, man? Like you've got carte blanche here.
I've got carte blanche. Oh shit, that's dangerous. Let's start with well, I guess we'll go chronologically with you, because I think the first thing that happened was you got COVID in the line.
Yeah, I did. I did. I was kind of pissed about it.
Understandably
I was hanging out with a
so.
friend. Yeah.
This is the first time you've had it too, right?
This was the first time I had it. So, yeah, so I was hanging out with a friend of mine on Saturday. Was it like the next day? She shoots me a text and says, "Hey, I just tested positive for COVID. My kid just tested positive for COVID. You might want to get tested." I'm like, "Oh fuck." So, I thankfully we still had some like at-home kits and whatnot. I'm like, "All right, cool. Test it. It's negative." I'm like, "All right, cool. Maybe I dodged a bullet here. I'm all right." Tuesday rolls around, and I'm at work and whatnot, and like I get about halfway through the midday part of my shift, and like I'm starting to get a headache. I'm starting to sweat more than normal. I'm coughing badly. I'm just like, yeah, this ain't good. So I go to a Walgreens down the street from the office, tell my boss, is like, "Hey, this is what's going on. I'm going to test. If it's positive, I'll see you fucking guys later." So it was either I do the quick at home test, or they do a test there, but they wouldn't get the results for like 5 hours. So I do the at home test, got the result in 10 minutes. It's like, "Yeah, you got COVID." I'm like, son of a bitch. So yeah, so then somebody from the company calls me up like when I get home. They're like, "All right, so here's what you do now. Contact your doctors. Have them put you on this medication called Paxlovid. Contact the Rhode Island Department of Health. Let them know that you've tested positive for COVID." I'm like, "All right, great. What do I do in the meantime?" Like, just get some rest, you idiot.
I'm like, go home, sleep.
All right, well, fair enough, I guess. But yeah, like I woke up the next day and was just like, the coughing was bad, and like I contacted my doctor thankfully and put me on this medication. But he's like, I will tell you the only bad thing that I've heard about this medication, not that, you know, it takes a long time to kick in. He's like, you should start feeling a lot better like the next day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he says you take this medication, it's gonna have a strong like metallic aftertaste.
Ew.
Like, that's what my fucking brother said about the cafeteria at fucking URI, man. Like, no, nah, if that's the worst, man, like fucking bring it on, man. Let's go. But sure enough,
Oh, really?
about half an hour to an hour after I took my first, like, it's like 3 pills that you have to take twice a day.
Oof.
About half hour to an hour after I took the first dose, I burped and it tasted like I just gorged on fucking copper.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, well,
nasty.
I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe just drink some Gatorade, some seltzer, water, whatever have you, or just eat soup or something like that, and then the taste will go away. No, it doesn't.
Oh. How long does it last? How long does it last?
Well, it lasted until like a day or two after I stopped taking the medication.
So like everything just tasted metallic, like from that point on, from that burp on?
Pretty much.
Oh, that's gross.
It's gross, but I was like, you know what, man? If it fucking helps getting over this shit, I'm okay with it. But I was a little pissed when I got home because they're like, yeah, you got to quarantine for 5 days. I'm just like, once. Oh shit! I might miss that meeting Kevin Smith. Fuck.
Yeah, because that's the other thing is we had that plan. How long ago did you get tickets for that? That was months ago, right?
I want to say about 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it was about 2 months that we had gotten the tickets. We got the VIP passes for Kevin Smith going to the Wilbur in Boston, and I was like, all right, I was working like a half day that Monday, and then I had the next day off and whatnot. I'm like, all right, everything's kosher on that end, but it's not gonna matter if I'm still fucking positive with goddamn COVID.
Right. Yeah, it was scary because I remember when you sent me the text of like, look who won the pony, and it was the picture of the positive test. I was like, oh shit. And then
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Let's go on the fucking pony.
Apart from the obvious, like you have COVID and that's horrible. Like the next thing that came to my mind was like, oh, but what about Kevin Smith? Like, well, how long? Like, how long does he have to quarantine? Is it 10 days? Like, so then like we rushed to the CDC website and stuff, and it was like, oh, it was so crazy the timing of that.
Yeah, it was like, okay, well, quarantine for 5 days and then wear a mask 5 days after that. I'm like, I can do that. And like
you came out of it literally like the day before.
Yeah, like Sunday was the last day of quarantining, and like regardless if I had COVID or not, like I was wearing a fucking mask like the entire time for Clerks 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, yeah, I don't care. I don't trust Boston. I don't.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I got a little nervous actually because the guy next to me, it was a nice enough guy. We actually stood behind him in the line for the VIP, but like he was kind of coughing and stuff like that. Although I saw later he had an inhaler, so I think he was maybe just having allergies or something. But I was getting a little nervous because I was like, this dude's coughing an awful lot. Like,
yeah, you even made a joke about it during the Q&A where like somebody like coughed or sneezed. It's like, COVID? Motherfucker, we just got out of the fucking dark ages.
Yeah. When he said that, I was kind of looking over at you like, oh shit.
Like I tested negative. I tested negative this morning. I'm still wearing a fucking mask because fuck Boston in that sense. I don't know. I think it's just more of like a cynical, like I just don't trust people. I think that might be more of it, but I digress.
Man.
But no, man, that was fucking cool as shit, though, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like the email that we got too said like, all right, here's all the details for meeting Kevin. If you want to bring an item, bring one. Just limit it to one item, so that way you can kind of everything moving along and whatnot. After the movie, after the Q&A and whatnot, they herd us to like this downstairs area. And it's just kind of looped around to the stage, and we're just thinking like, all right, cool. Maybe he'll like sign something after we post for a picture or whatever have you. Fucking nope. Here comes Kevin right down the fucking line, signing everything that everybody had.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Like when
I wasn't
when I saw
expecting that.
everything lining up, I was like, "Oh, how are they gonna do this?" Because plus two, like our view of the stage was obscured, so we couldn't really see what was going on. And then, like you
Yeah.
said, next thing you know, Kevin's bombing around the corner signing shit, and it's like, "Oh."
Yeah, I see this like backwards white baseball cap. I'm like, Kev? But no, it was pretty cool. Like I brought my Clerks Blu-ray to get signed by him, and like not only did he sign that, he signed our VIP passes. He looks at my Marty Brodeur jersey. He's like, I really want to tag your jersey. I'm like, I fucking dare you, dude. Go for it. He's like, whoop. So now I have a Kevin Smith autographed Marty Brodeur jersey hanging up in my closet right now.
Yeah, you're
Just
saying
waiting
you
for
gotta get like
shadow
a
box.
you gotta get a shadow box for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get a shadow box for it, man.
I don't think they're that expensive, are they? I mean, I guess it depends what size. And for a jersey, you might need a pretty good size one. So
I mean, I found one on Amazon. I think it's like $70 or something like that, and I have
that's not
Amazon Prime,
horrible.
so
That's not horrible.
yeah, it's not horrible, but you know,
Well, you know.
well, you know.
Did you like so seeing Clerks 3 at the Wilbur, did you like seeing it more like when we saw it in that sort of setting than you liked it when you saw it? Because unlike me, you actually saw it before that event, right? You went to the Fathom event. So did you like it more this
Yeah.
time around than you did at the Fathom event?
Yeah, because when I went to the Fathom event, it was me and like I think like 6 other people, like 6 to 10 other people in the fucking crowd. Like, okay, I guess we're special ones here. But yeah, like just being like surrounded by Kevin Smith fans and just going like, I'm not alone. I know that's fucking funny. Like that's it. This is great.
Yeah, yeah. By the way,
Yeah,
I do want to refrain, like if we're gonna talk about Clerks 3, like I do want to refrain from spoilers, just to be safe.
It's out on Blu-ray. It's been out on digital for a while. We're fine.
Okay.
But I did how Boston pretty much like responded to Kevin, and I thought it was kind of weird though. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that like when we're getting our pictures with Kevin, we're just like, where the fuck is Brian? It was like Brian O'Halloran was there too.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't necessarily anticipating him to stick around, but I mean, it would have been cool, obviously. But I wasn't necessarily expecting it either.
Yeah, I was like, shit. I mean, dude was here. Like, if Kevin Smith asked me like, hey, do you want to come to Boston? Be a Q&A with me? Like, you mean just have me stand on a stage with a microphone? Yeah, sure. Just let you talk the whole time. Okay.
Which is pretty much what he did.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he did. He just took a drink every now and then, maybe made a quick little comment here and there.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was just like he looked like a reporter that was like waiting for his cue to go live to a news station.
Yeah.
Kevin, we're here live at the Wilbur Theater in Boston.
Oh shoot.
But like if I found out he's doing like a VIP thing, I would say like, dude, if you want, I'll stick around for that. Post for pictures with people, I'll sign shit. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Like I'm here.
Yeah, that's true. I do wonder why like he took off or whatever.
Yeah. I just thought it would have been funny too, like he and I kind of like going at it because Brian O'Halloran's a huge Rangers fan.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah. He's a big Rangers fan, so I imagine if he saw my Devils jersey, he would have been like, let's get it over with. I would have been like, and then I could have at least responded like, motherfucker, I can't hear you from first place.
Although maybe it's lucky that he wasn't there, because maybe he'd be like, if he saw Kevin tagged your jersey, he might be like, oh, forget that. Like, I'm gonna tag it too, and he's gonna be like, go Rangers or something on your Brodeur jersey. So, like,
yeah,
I can picture that, like, go Rangers, Brian O'Halloran. And you're like, oh, you son of a on my Brodeur jersey? How dare you?
Yeah, but then I imagine that, like, if Kev saw that, he would have been like, that motherfucker. He probably would have tagged it like with a little arrow and just said like he loves
like an
the
autograph
cock.
war.
Yeah, it's like just a little arrow pointing. His name is just like he loves the cock, Kevin Smith.
Meanwhile, you're just standing there, just like, all right.
Like, I feel like a wall right now. People just tagging me.
I feel so used.
Like, I am the canvas in an art war right now. Like they just start tagging each other, and just like eventually they just like make a little cartoon of each other.
Oh man.
Oh, that would have been great.
It was a great experience, though, man.
That was, man.
Yeah.
It was. If anybody's going to a Kevin Smith event, get the VIP thing. It's well worth the fucking money.
Oh, absolutely.
Minus standing next to those gigantic back, man. That fucking brutal.
What was? Oh yeah, the heaters. Yeah, those were really freaking hot.
Well, yeah, because the theater was built in like.
Yeah, the theater was already hot, right? And so then all of a sudden you go back there and you're standing next to these heaters, and it's just even hotter.
Yeah.
It's like no relief.
Ugh. Because we were standing there for like 2 minutes. I just shot you this look like, dude, how the fuck did Kevin stay back here the entire fucking time for the movie?
Yeah, that's true.
Unless he was bullshitting about that.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, I imagine he was partially kidding about that. Because like, who the fuck would stand here? Like you could have baked a tray of cookies back there if you wanted.
Oh, easily. Yeah, it was hot. It was real hot.
Yes. It was very hot.
It was very hot. That makes me want to go bake cookies now. Or donuts.
Yeah, I kind of want to go make some cookies right now. All right, podcast over. Bye, everybody.
It's baking time.
I'm going to get my chocolate chips on.
No, man. So yeah, I had a pretty cool experience, like, because he saw my shirt, which Steph got me for my birthday, which was like the Charlie Brown
Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob, yeah, and he's saying Snoochie Boochies, and he's like, hey man, I love your shirt. It's like my favorite shirt. He's like, I grew up with the Peanuts, and I was like, oh cool, thanks man. So that was pretty cool. And then I told him, like, when I went up to, I don't know, what did you say to him, like, when you actually went up to have your picture taken with him? Did you say much to him when you went up there, or no?
I said a little bit to him. Like, I gave him a hug. I said, hey man, love the work that you're doing. Keep it up, man, because it gives us another reason to go on for another day.
No, right on.
He seemed to appreciate that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's honestly probably the best part, is having those couple seconds, even if you only get to say a little bit, like being able to have a quick interaction with them. Because I was like, hey man, I got to tell you, like, my up until now, my favorite movie of yours was Red State, and I'm a Christian, so I don't know what that says to you, but I think tonight Clerks 3 beat it out. And he's like, really, it worked for you? I was like, yeah man, for sure. And he's like, oh man, thanks. And then gave him a hug, like you said, and handshake, and then almost walked into the damn light because it was so blinding.
I remember
I was like, oh god.
Here's the thing I remember though, is like, as I'm like walking away, they had you like the autographed screenplay, which I have right here.
Yeah.
But they give you the screenplay and whatnot. I turn around to like just look at you like, oh man, that was so fucking awesome. And there you are, like, still talking to Kevin. I'm like, shit, they're gonna get pissed. Like, they're gonna kill us. like they're gonna club Bruce on the head and have me drag him away. Like, oh shit.
Well, I mean, I figure they expect that, like, if two people are going at the same time, it's at the same time as two people going up. It's actually probably a little less time than two people going separately, right? Because I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they only have to take one round of pictures, you know?
Yeah, but for us, they took two in a sense, because I had my mask on for the first ones. They're like, hey, do you want to take your mask off? Like, okay, quick.
Yeah, but they offered that. I mean, they were really cool. Like, I was kind of half expecting kind of like, okay, let's go. And they were trying to obviously speed things along. But at the same time, like you said, they offered to you, like, hey, do you want to take your mask off? And you're like, yeah. So, we got to, and it's not like Kevin was like, hey man, can't chat. Like, keep moving. Like, we were able to talk to him,
Yeah, like, I think he kind of expects that in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, anybody going to a Kevin Smith event, splurge for the fucking VIP thing, because it is goddamn worth it, man. Like, that's what I always appreciate, when like somebody, like, if you go to like a VIP thing and they put effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like years ago when I went to go see Mr. Big on their last tour before Pat Torpey died. It was at a venue where the shows were free. It was the Wolf Den over at Mohegan Sun, but I paid $100 for the VIP treatment. So they're like, hey, this is pretty cool. We get to go in there. We get to watch them just kind of do like a sound check. We get our pictures taken with them. We get them, they sign autographs for us. We get to talk to them for a little bit. And I was like, shit, this is well worth it, man. And then they said, well, because it's a free venue and like people can go in, whatever have you, They said what we'll do is we'll have the VIPs go in first. That way you can get as close to the stage as you want, and then we'll let
Nice.
other people go in.
That's
I'm like, oh
awesome.
shit, this has made it even more worth it. So there I am, like one person away from the fucking stage.
That's awesome. That's the way it should be. If you buy VIP stuff, you should be like, you should also be close to the stage too. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Although I have no complaints about like where we were sitting for the movie. Honestly, that was a good spot because we were like dead center, like, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that was like as close as we could get to the stage where they had two seats together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they on the floor. Like if we wanted to sit like separated from each other, which we could have done because I think I annoy the shit out of you.
No.
We could have done that. Just like shooting daggers. Like, no, you stay over there.
Oh man, you gotta tell the story though about like catching shit for your jersey on the way in.
Oh God, yeah, that motherfucker. That's another reason not like fucking Boston. Like there we are, just like we're just walking into the theater, and this guy outside is like, "Hey, this is Bruins country." Like, and it's I don't know. I get it. The guy's busting my chops and whatnot, but if you're a Bruins fan, and let's say you move to Dallas, let's just say, and you go to a Stars versus Bruins game, but you're wearing a Bruins jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly go, wait a minute, I'm in Dallas. I better wear a Stars jersey. No, you're a fan of who you're a fan of. Fucking jack off. Like, my God, man.
You're like, I can't believe I'm catching shit from my jersey. Like, I'm just trying to walk in the building.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this story, but I'll tell you a quick story. Can I tell you a quick story? I'll tell you a quick story. I'll tell you a quick story. So years ago, this is one of the times the Pittsburgh Penguins won the Stanley Cup. Apparently one of their players like worked out in Rhode Island in like the off season or something like that. It was at some gym in East Greenwich. And they said, if you come down, pay $5 to go towards a charity, you can have your picture taken with the cup. You just cannot touch it. You cannot lift it up.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm a fucking hockey fan. Fuck yeah, let's do this. I get down there. I'm wearing a fucking Devils jersey. 95% of the people are wearing like Bruins jerseys. A couple of people are wearing Penguins jerseys. And I'm catching shit from the fucking Bruins fans. They're going like, plays for the Penguins, you fucking idiot. Like, duh. Yes, he plays for the Penguins. I'm sure you've gone down the line and seen anybody with a Bruins jersey. Plays for the Penguins, you fucking moron. It's like, who gives a shit? We are all here for the same purpose of donating money to a charity and getting a picture taken with the Stanley Cup, which we'll probably never see again in our lifetimes.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, we will never be this close to it ever again. God damn, man! If you're a devil,
people could just be, I don't know, ridiculous, man.
Dude, here's the thing too. Like, as a Devils fan, it's been 10 years since we've even sniffed the fucking cup. Fucking 2012 when they lost to the Kings in 6 games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh yeah, because I remember it wasn't too long after that you went to a concert and the drummer had the like all Kings logos.
Yeah, I went and saw Cinderella, and well, fun fact: their drummer Fred Curry actually works for music for the Los Angeles Kings.
Oh shoot, that's cool.
I was just like, God fucking damn it! You're just rubbing salt in the goddamn wounds, you son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Still a cool performance though. But yeah, man. But now you know what we got to do now, right? Like, we got to wait for Kevin Smith to come back with something else.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the next one to come around is going to be? Does he always hit Wilbur or no?
I I think so. Usually when he goes to Boston, he goes to the Wilbur Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he go there for Reboot, for Jay and Bob Reboot?
Not that I remember.
Hmm.
I don't know, because I think I saw I don't think I saw Jay and Silent Bob Reboot until it came out on Blu-ray. Just because he went on tour. I don't think he came around to like Boston, or like I couldn't get tickets or something like that. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what he would be coming around with, but you know, I know Mr. Big's gonna be going on tour next year.
Hell yeah, we'll do VIP for that, man.
Fucking A. Dude, I'm gonna have the video camera rolling because, man, that's gonna be priceless video. Seeing you shit yourself in front of Paul Gilbert.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, how badass would that be? Like, if you brought a guitar and he signed it for you.
Oh man, I wouldn't know which one to bring though. Probably my Dot. Probably this one. Probably this one. Even though he doesn't play anything like it, I really wouldn't want him to sign the Jag Stang, to be honest.
Yeah. No, still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Ibanez, right? Yeah, Ibanez Fireman.
Yeah, he's an Ibanez guy through and through.
Yeah, which, I mean, hell, Ibanez is a good guitar.
It is.
It is. I have no qualms about it. But yeah, man, like dude, I was so pissed about the COVID thing, thinking I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna miss Kevin Smith. But like, to be fair, I even told you, I said, look, if I miss this, like if I have to quarantine for like another day or two, whatever have you, like I will send you the tickets. You can, you know, bring your girlfriend with you and go meet Kevin Smith and go have some fun.
Yeah, I'm really glad that it ended up where you felt better though, because I mean, like, it was just, I would have hated to go by myself, and it would have been kind of, you know, last minute for you to have to send the tickets. I don't know if they would have gotten here in time and shit. And
oh yeah, I would have like
your dirty COVID all over it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I would have sent you like login information for like the event thing, and just you can just log in.
Oh, that's
and
right.
take
They
them.
were digital tickets. They weren't actual physical tickets. I forgot about that.
Yep. Yeah. Dumbass.
Huh?
But no, it's. I'm trying to think. There was I don't know, because like, that was time number what 2 meeting Kevin Smith for you.
Yeah, I think so. The first one
All
was after, I think, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old or something. It was after a podcast.
Yeah, it was after Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. Oddly enough, at the Wilbur Theater.
Yeah, and that one wasn't like a planned anything. Like, we just stayed after.
Yeah, we just stayed after, saw them come out, and we got our pictures taken with them and Jay Muse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was number 2 for you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because I was gonna say, yeah, I met him again at Rhode Island Comic Con last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was coming around, he was, you know, going on a tour, like going to Comic Con, signing autographs and shit. So I got my picture taken with him, wearing a Devils jersey. And I got him to sign the picture too. So it says, "Andrew, we're a pair of Devils."
That's awesome. You gotta keep rocking the devil stuff every time you see him, and I'm sure he'll remember. Like, oh, Devil's guy,
Yeah.
it's here.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Kane Roberts remembered me.
Really, Devil's guy?
Yeah, because like when I met him at the Chiller theater thing in New Jersey and like got his number and whatnot, because like I was like, oh, you know, how do I contact you for like an interview for a podcast? And he writes down a phone number. He's like, here's my personal number. I'm like, I don't have to go through like a fucking handler or something. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So eventually, like a day or two passed, and I was like, "Hey, man, it's Andrew, the fat Devils fan from Jersey, yeah, with the from Chiller." And he remembered because of the Devils jersey, at least.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That was great, man. But yeah, man, fucking. Has there? So here comes the question, man, of like,
Mm-hmm.
of the celebrities that you have met in your life, like who, like other than Kevin Smith, who
Mm-hmm.
takes like that top spot of like, holy fuck, that was awesome.
Easily Bret Hart. Bret Hart is still the best. Because I don't get starstruck normally. Like, I'll be honest. Like, yes, it was awesome meeting Kev, but I wasn't like starstruck. I could still like talk to him like I talk to you, you know. And that's how I am with most celebrities, to be honest. But there are certain ones that are on like that higher level for me that I
Yeah.
can't hold back. And Bret Hart's definitely one of them. Another one of them, who I was just thinking of it, but now I can't think of it anymore. But anyway, he's definitely up there for sure.
Yeah,
Dave
because
Grohl. Dave Grohl would be another one that I'd just be like speechless.
yeah, I mean, I think we all have like that one or two like celebrities. Like if you met them, you just say like, I.
Yeah, your brain just melts. You're just like, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so here, hey Bruce, here's the question.
A baby can answer it.
All right, so if you could resurrect, like if you could meet any celebrity, living or dead, for 5 minutes, who would it be?
Oh, jeez, man.
Even if they're dead, you resurrect them, you got 5 minutes.
I have no idea. I hate those kinds of questions because there's so many.
Yes, we'll move on.
Did you say just say yes and we'll move on?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a simple question, Bruce. The baby can answer.
Let's see. Wait, I can only spend 5 minutes with them, right?
You got 5 minutes with them.
It's taking me longer to answer the question than the time I have with the person.
Like, more celebrities are dying here, Bruce. You're running out of time.
Oh my gosh. And in the 5 minutes, it would be like this too. I'd be like, what do I ask? What do I... I'd be like,
just fall over.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I could answer that. I don't know. You got me on the spot. Well, you name somebody. Shoot.
All right, I'll pick one living and one dead.
Because clearly you have an answer.
All right, so here's what I'll do. I'll pick one living and one dead. Living, probably be Al Pacino.
All right.
Dead, Christopher Reeve.
Fair enough.
Yeah. See, Bruce, I told you, it's a simple question. A baby can
answer it. Well, I feel a bit like Brody when he was asked the question about like which superhero would you be. It's like, well, what does one base his answer on? Keen physical prowess or the ability to banter well with supervillains? Like,
I'm kind of surprised like you wouldn't be like, you know, it'd be kind of cool to talk to Kurt Cobain for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But there's other ones too. I mean, I don't know. Neil Peart would be cool.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. There's your answer.
It's not my answer. It's an answer. I don't know if it's the answer. It's not like I'm like final. You know, this isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Well, Bruce, I think we just understood you're not a baby because you can't answer the question.
Oh man.
But no, man, I do remember taking you to meet Bret Hart, and like you were just like in awe, like you were just like, wait, what? We're here to meet Bret is here?
Yeah, I mean, so much so that I gave him wrong information and shit. Like,
yeah, like we pointed him out to you. We're like, yeah, he's right over there. Like he's literally right next to Christian.
That was a funny comment that he made too, by the way. But, like, I remember a lot of the back and forth, but I remember saying like, you're like my favorite wrestler, and he's like, don't let Christian hear you say that. I don't know if maybe he thought that was because like I was from a younger generation or something like that. I don't know. I was looking kind of Daniel Bryan that day with the longer beard and shit. So.
No, you were pretty clean shaven if I remember right. Yeah.
No.
That's right. You do have a beard. I'm literally looking up at a picture of him right now.
I was gonna say I got him right behind me.
Oddly enough, me wearing a fucking Devils jersey.
You really are Devil's guy. That's hilarious.
Hey man, I'm at least fucking loyal, man.
And the only thing that makes me happy about like what I was wearing in the picture is the fact that I'm at least wearing a Rush jersey, and Rush is Canadian. So hey, at least I was kind of repping his country a little bit. But
You mean a t-shirt?
what did I say?
Jersey?
Yeah, t-shirt. Dude, I'm getting senile in my old age, man. Didn't that happen when we were together too, where I said one thing and you're like, but I thought I said something else?
Yeah, it was recently. We were talking about like we were trying to make plans to like get together before the holidays, and you're like, yeah, I gotta go hang out with Bruce and Kimmy. I'm like, wait, who? Well, like my girlfriend and her daughter. Like, who did I say? You said your own fucking name.
And I was like, no, I didn't. It was
Yeah,
just like it was just like when we did the video. It's like breach the sarcasm. You didn't, dude. You just said sarcasm. No, I didn't.
Like, let's go to the tape, Johnny.
Like, it's happening
Breach
too
the
much
sarcasm.
now.
Like, you're like, son of a bitch. All right, let's go again.
Yeah. And I love how like I totally wasn't reading my lines in the paper or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, like both you and Fred had a bunch of fucking lines too, and it's like
There was a lot to remember.
I think he gave you guys like the script like a day beforehand. It was just like, all right, let's go.
Maybe. There was a lot to remember though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because we
But I
both
mean, you
had
both
like
did
long like monologues.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you both did well enough that I think I got an A on that. So
Not on the back of our acting.
wasn't on the back of my editing or my camera direction, my directing at all.
It must have been your use of Aerosmith's Permanent Vacation. That's what did it.
I mean, probably, but I doubt it. I don't think the teacher was an Aerosmith fan.
Who was your teacher?
Professor Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, he was mostly a Spanish teacher at college.
Huh. I don't know if I remember him. I don't remember who did my my editing class. I don't even have a clue.
Wasn't it the guy that we had for not film studies, but God, the guy that like worked at like the movie theater or something like that?
Oh, it might have been.
It might have been him.
Bob, I think his name was.
I think so.
Then
I was about to say, the guy that the college wasted money on in the sense of like, hey, design us a radio station. Tell us what you need. Okay, great. Here's everything. Here's a list of what you need. Here's a floor plan for it. We can put it right in the language lab. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we don't see how this would benefit all the students. Thanks, Riviere. You fucks.
Yeah, I think you're right. It could have been that guy.
I think it might have been. Yeah.
Sadly, the only professors that really stand out to me are kind of the not as good ones, like Wright and Manis.
Yeah.
Like I don't really remember the really good ones.
Yeah. I mean that's the problem though. It's like the bad ones tend to stick with you a lot longer than the good ones, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the good ones, you're just like, man, that was a cool teacher. Really made a difference. I can't remember their name, but I remember this teacher was a fucking piece of shit.
There's really only like one or two good teachers that I remember in my time, and they were both from when I was like in grade school. There was, I don't remember her last name, but I remember she used to go, like we used to have snack time during this class, and she used to bomb around all the kids' desks and see who had the best snack, and she would steal from that kid. And I very frequently had Doritos, and she loved Doritos, so she would almost come and steal from me, like always come and steal from me. So she was cool. And then the other one that I do remember, Mr. Goulas, because he had a heart attack, which kind of funnily enough ties us back to Clerks 3. But he had a heart attack like not long after I had him, or actually it might have been a year or two before I had him as a teacher. So I remember that very well. And he was a good guy, very strict, but he was a good teacher.
Yeah. Like I remember some of my teachers, like obviously there was his science teacher, but he also taught some other classes. Mr. Kenyon in high school, he was fucking awesome. I still talk to him on Facebook every now and then. But like some of the negative ones, they're sticking out a lot more, because like I remember there was a third grade teacher that I had in oh god, I think I was still in Jersey, I think, because I think I moved in the middle of third grade. But I'll never forget this teacher was Mrs. Chapora. School number 3 in Clifton. Mrs. Chapora, I remember you. If you're still alive, I remember you. Fuck you. So it's no. Here's my reasoning, dude. Here's my reasoning. So I remember, like, I think it's like a week or two before, like, my family moved from New Jersey to Rhode Island, and my teacher, like, has this big map of, you know, like the Northeast and whatnot, and she's like, "Oh, how about you go on the map and like point out where you're moving to?" And I'm like, I get up there, I'm like, I don't know. So I went and I sat back down. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, I don't know where I'm going. She goes, "You don't know where you're going on the map?" I'm like, no. She's like, "This is something you should know." Like, oh, yeah, fuck you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you were what, like 8 years old? Like, how many maps have you been exposed to by the time
Yeah,
you're 8 years old?
I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, and it's like not only that, but like all I had known was Clifton, New Jersey. Was like just all I knew was like the school, this like arcade place we used to go play like mini golf and go play some arcade games, batting cages and whatnot, and just like my immediate, like, neighborhood and the park that was nearby. Other than that, I had no fucking concept of anything outside of the town. You know, because there's not a lot of places you can go when you're about 7 or 8 without somebody driving you there.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, it seems a little unfair and cruel to be like, how can you not know where you're going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
I remember I had a teacher, I forget who it was. It might have actually been the cool one with the Doritos. But I had a teacher who, the year that I broke my arm, I had this bright yellow cast, and I got marked, I think I failed penmanship class. And we were just like, what do you want me to do? She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." Like, it didn't even dawn on her for whatever reason. So she ended up reversing the grade and fixing it or whatever. But like, yeah, my dominant hand was in a cast. Like, I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, it's
like, what do you want me to do?
fucking A, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What was I? Oh god, there was a 7th grade math teacher, Miss Smith. I think it was it Miss Smith? I don't think I think I might be remembering her name right, but regardless, she was one of those teachers. She had a problem because she had my older brother before I came through there.
I can see why she might have a problem already.
Yeah, and she essentially like took that out on me, just going like, "Oh God, there's another one of you," and like, you know, when I no, dude, that is an actual fucking quote from her, because she said she came up to me one of like the last few days that I'm there, and she goes, "Do you have any other brothers or sisters?" I said, "Well, yeah, I have a younger brother. He should be coming like into the school in like a year or two." She goes, "Oh God, not another one of you."
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the fuck was the problem with me, you bitch?
Oh my gosh.
Like, my God, get fucked with a mayonnaise jar, you fucking cunt.
What year was this? Like, how old were you at this time?
Oh God, I was in 7th grade.
7th grade?
I was in 7th grade.
Oh my gosh, dude. Did
Yeah,
you
so
get into
I'm
fights
like-
or anything at that point yet, or no?
Oh yeah, I got into my first fight in 6th grade.
Oh, well, maybe that was the problem.
No, because it's like, what the fuck? I didn't get into any fights in 7th grade. It was just 6th grade and 8th grade. I don't fucking know why.
So,
It's
grade 6 and grade 8, but not grade 7?
not grade 7. I don't know why.
It was like a fight sandwich.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. It's like two fights in the middle of like the world's shittiest Oreo.
Oh man. That's so weird how
It's
that
like you
happened
take,
like that.
yeah, it's like you take two pieces of shit, jack off in the middle of it, and squish them together. There's your shit Oreo. That's my middle school experience.
All right, guess who's not having dinner tonight? Oh.
But yeah, man, I fucking hated middle school. Yeah, is it a wonder why?
She was saying, "Oh God, there's more of you," and you're saying, "Oh God, there's more of this."
Yeah. Yeah, and if I was Whittier back then, I would have at least looked at her and said, "Well, I don't have to put up with you anymore. At least I'm going to somebody else. I'm going to other classes. Like I don't have to deal with you anymore."
Oh man.
And that's the thing. Like I wasn't really like a problem kid. Like I was depressed and whatnot. Yeah, because I was still getting fucking bullied, and nobody was doing shit about it. But it seemed like she was one of those teachers that just seemed like she was just there for the paycheck. Like she did not give a shit if like her students were understanding the assignment or understanding the work or whatnot, or understanding like the way to go about like solving the problems. Just did not give a shit. And like those are the teachers. Those are the teachers that I fucking hate and despise.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, those are the people. It's like, you have one job. You have one. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for increasing like spending for like education and whatnot, so teachers have what they need to teach the students. You know, but one of the things you can't pay for is you have to have a passion for it. If you do not have a passion to teach others, like to like teach them problem solving or science or history or whatever have you, it's like, please leave so somebody else can take that spot.
Yeah.
You know, it's it's kind of like if somebody on like your favorite sports team was just like, yeah, you know, just whatever it is, what it is. So do you like Cincinnati? I guess. It's like, all right, dude, if you don't want to be here, leave so we can get somebody who does want to be here.
Can you imagine if sports teams were arranged so that like only people who were from that area could be on that team? Like you have to be from Chicago to be on the Chicago whatever.
Oh, good God, dude. They would be like like they would like Ohio and fucking like Chicago and like the southern states, like they would have their own leagues in each state. You really, like, depending on the sport, you really wouldn't have that many fucking teams from like New York or fucking like, I don't think you would have any like hockey teams really from California.
Definitely not. No.
Like definitely not from Arizona
or Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shucks, we'd lose Florida. And Tampa Bay wept.
It's like, all right, here's what we're gonna do with Florida. We're gonna cut out Orlando because I mean they have Disney and they make bucho bucks that they put back into the community. Fine. Okay, great. We'll cut that out. We'll move it to the southern coast of, you know, Alabama or Georgia, whatever have you, and then the rest of Florida, we'll just cut off right at the border. Just let you guys kind of drift south, and just wherever you end up, that's where you are.
I mean, my buddy Corey is down in St. Pete, so I'd want to rescue him, but other than
that. My former boss actually has a home like 2 hours away, like from Orlando and whatnot.
Oh, really?
And like, oh, dude, he was not shy about like showing pictures of it. He's like, yeah, you know, my father-in-law used to own this place, and then I bought it and then put on an addition here, and you know, go down there for the winter months and blah 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 blah. I'm like, I'm still making fucking car payments. I can't afford like rent anywhere, but good to know you've still got a second house here.
Seriously.
Fuck.
Mr. What did you do to deserve a vacation?
Yeah, fucking asshole.
That was the guy who said it to you, right? That guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
the same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy. What did you do to deserve 2 weeks off? Like, well, I planned this vacation about 3 years ago with friends of mine when they asked me if I wanted to do it at my dad's fucking wake. And then the other one, well, I got invited to a wedding, and the guy said, "Hey, want to be one of my groomsmen?" I'm not gonna say fucking no to the guy. You know, like, that is not my fault that I asked for time off, was given that time off by your son, who you put in charge, and he had literally 6 to 7 months to hire new people to train them and whatnot to cover while I was gone. And instead, you were just like, "No, I'm gonna fire like the only other like full-time donut cutter literally 2 days before this guy leaves on vacation." And it's not only that too, but like, I hadn't even landed in Orlando before I got a 2-minute voicemail from him. Like, dude, like, what the? Like, I'm on vacation. I don't want to think about my fucking job. I'm here to fucking get away from it.
Yeah, really.
Like,
No,
every
man.
time, like, dude, I wanted to look at him and just be like, dude, if you go out to the Cape and you're with family, like, the last thing on your mind is like, I really want to make some donuts right now. Like, you're there because you're like, hey, I want to be with family. I want to be out on the shore. I need to kind of recharge myself. That's the same thing I was fucking doing. Like, I was down in Disney with friends of mine celebrating graduation and whatnot. Like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. What'd you do to deserve a vacation? Like, I busted my ass for you and put up with a bunch of your shit and changed my fucking schedule to meet your fucking accommodations. Ass.
Oh, man.
So anyway, Bruce, how you doing?
I was gonna say, do you need a hug?
Yes. Very yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I need a hug. I need a nap.
Me too, man. I hear you. It's been a long week. It's been a real long week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the holidays and having time off, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for your gift to arrive. It's taking its sweet time, but
I mean, I already have your gifts here, so.
Well, we'll definitely get together before the holidays, even if that means that I don't have your gifts at that time. But I would really like for it to come, so we can.
You'd like it to what?
To arrive. All over my doorstep.
That's what we should do, man. We should direct a porno and just change like all of the lingo. Like, all right, so Brian, after you arrive all over her chest and neck and whatnot, we want you to.
After you arrive. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Oh man.
You know, you can never go anywhere and just be like, I just arrived.
Yeah, exactly. I'll never think that way the same.
I just pulled in. I'm a bitch.
Oh man.
Oh man. So I actually got some good news too.
Oh.
And here's